You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser.
I prioritize myself and my well-being.
Welcome to Is Ginger Ale Enough? Brought to you by Black Girl Vitamins. This is a podcast. Can I hear you say podcast? Podcast. I'm your host, Naira, and I'm here with my bestie,
Erin
over her. And we're going to talk about health, wellness, blackness. We're on this journey with y'all together, right? We're in this together. We're learning together, growing together. We're not experts, but at some point in time, we will have experts on this show. Okay? Sounds good? Period. So before we hop in, I want to talk about the fact that WebMD told me that I was going to die. Going to die. Like going to
pass away.
Like people's gonna be like, oh my gosh, she looks so good. Who did the body? Like the
Lord.
That's literally what they was gonna ask me. So I want to talk about that though. Like I want to really explore the idea of looking online and Google searching your symptoms to try to figure out what's wrong with you. Because when I was having before I was diagnosed with a migraine disorder.
I laughed at that. That's not funny.
In the before times. No, it's hilarious. It's actually laughable. It's like WebMD told me that I was going to die. I was like, wow, I'm having sharp pains in my head. I'm having trouble speaking. Yeah. And WebMD was like, yeah, you definitely are having a seizure. And I was like, for sure. Which shout out to my epilepsy girlies. WebMD was like, you definitely have epilepsy. I was like, for sure. And so I went to the emergency room for something completely unrelated, but I was like, wow, sometimes when I'm talking, I say one thing, but I'm meaning another thing, right? So I'll be thinking like, wow, I'm very hungry, but instead I'll say I'm very tired.
Okay.
And so I explained this to the ER doctors. You know, shout out to our ER doctors, shout out to our first responders. Yes. But they're there to make sure you're not dying. And if you're not dying, follow-up appointment.
Because that's it.
Exactly.
That's all they have the capacity for.
That's literally all they have. And I love that for them.
Pulse.
Hello? Are you alive?
There.
And you're good.
On to the next one.
Exactly. On to the next one. Please go in the waiting room. Here's some ibuprofen. And so I did a follow-up appointment with a neurologist. And as I explained these symptoms to my neurologist, I was like, yeah, you know, sometimes I say one thing and I mean another. I'm having trouble speaking and I'm having these stabbing pains. And he was like, you have a migraine disorder. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Hello? I did not know that. I had no clue. And all of these symptoms that I was having that the internet told me, right? Like TikTok, you know, I typed in stabbing pains, trouble speaking, right? Which is called speech dysphagia.
Which is something I literally have never heard of.
Literally never before that. Is basically when you're trying to speak. It's a symptom of the migraine disorder. When you're trying to speak, your words get jumbled or whatever the case is. He was like, yeah, he had a name for everything that I was explaining. And I was like, who would have thought? Who would have seen me here? And so I just think that it's so crazy that obviously the internet is a tool and a resource, right? But also sometimes the internet sends you off.
Scary.
Literally. Yeah.
Everything is existential.
Exactly.
I'm going to die. Yeah. I may have cancer. Everything is so intense.
Exactly.
But to know that okay, now that's crazy that you went to an emergency room and just happened to spill your guts. Yeah, no. To the doctor, and he said, actually, it's crazy that you had to find out that way. Mm-hmm. But to know, there's actual things going on with my body that are treatable. Mm-hmm. Dare I say normal? Mm-hmm. At least they're not fatal.
Exactly. Yeah.
And somebody knows about it is so reassuring.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. It's because of my doctor's knowledge right behind the subject. Yeah. He was like, oh, these things that you're saying. And it's crazy because the neurologist that I have, shout out to him, Dr. Moore, he has similar side effects. And that's exactly why he was like, oh, I understand what you're going through. That makes sense. Whereas the ER doctor was like, never heard of that. Maybe you're going to die. Maybe you're not. Goodbye. 800 milligrams ibuprofen. Go home. Literally leave. We need this bed open. Someone is finna have a baby.
Which is crazy. And help me.
Yes. And so I just I was so grateful that I was able to be in the room with a doctor that understood what I was talking about. Yeah. But before that, I was writing my will. Yeah. WebMD told me to told me to get my affairs in order. told me, make sure you be specific legalities.
Naira, the fact that the will is taking me out every time it's gonna get me. The will,
yes,
affairs in order.
I also know that you're one of the migraine girlies. Tell me a little bit about that.
No, I am a migraine girly. It's the crazy thing is I literally thought it was normal. I was like, doesn't everyone get headaches? And then I was telling somebody, like, describing my headaches, like, yeah, sometimes it's not funny, but like thinking about, like, why would I think that was normal? Yeah, sometimes I can't see out of the eye that the pain is on, or like sometimes the nostril that is on the side where I'm experiencing pain, like it literally shuts down. I can't breathe out of it.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's give. Sometimes I want to vomit.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know that is not a headache. That's a migraine. And I was getting them so often. I remember one time getting a migraine that literally woke me out of. They often wake me up out of my sleep, but this one it felt like someone had like shot me in the head, and I could see like a lightning bolt like go across my eyes. It was like 3 a.m, and I was like, I'm gonna have to call somebody to take me to the emergency room ASAP, because if they don't, they're gonna come and find me, and I'm going to be a vegetable. Like something crazy is gonna have to happen to me. Now, did I go to the emergency room? No.
That copay be getting me, be packing me up and sending me home.
I'm not paying $1,000.
Hello, you're crazy.
I'm not paying $1,000.
75. That's a pair of dunks.
I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
So someone's gonna have to carry me somewhere, urgent care or something. I think I took some more Excedrin and called it a day. But yeah, it's frustrating, like telling your primary care physicians or whatever about pain, and they're like, oh, it's just stress.
What did your doctor tell you when you told your doctor that you were having like headaches?
Drink more water.
That's crazy.
More sleep. It's probably your job.
That's crazy.
What's crazy is I need to pay my bills.
Hello.
So I'm going to keep this job.
Going to work, yeah. That's not a solution to having a migraine. That's ridiculous.
Quit my job.
Was he?
Okay, Beyonce.
Was he palm colored?
Sort of.
Yeah, okay. A little bit. That's over. Yeah, I mean, well, you know, not to rag on him. Mine is also as well, but like, there's also like that difference between healthcare professionals that have like continually listened to their patients and have that knowledge, because like there have been times where I've gone to doctors who were like, here is X amount of milligrams of this pain medication, please get out of my face. Whereas my current neurologist is like, we're gonna try natural remedies, which shout out to Dr. Moore, but he's like, you're of childbirthing age, so we want to avoid medicines that will give you like any birth complications, which I appreciate, but also like
childbirthing age is nuts.
But like, it's nuts and it's very real, but it's also very nuts. But I feel him, but I don't feel him, but I feel him. You understand what I'm saying?
You're fertile, young
he
lady.
said you're fertile, you're young, and you're fertile.
Let's keep it that way.
Let's streamline to the children. Understand what I'm saying? And so he's prescribed me natural remedies for the migraines and this like ice pick pain and all that other type of stuff,
which I prefer. If I had to, that is what I prefer. I don't want, but the difference is like I was getting prescribed home remedy, like you know what
like
I'm
lay
saying?
down, take a nap,
lay down,
have some ginger ale.
Have some ginger ale.
Have some ginger ale.
Have you tried saltines?
Yeah, which is crazy.
Huh?
It was just absolutely insane.
Crackers?
Hello?
That's my head hurts.
No, that's so real. I think that like that's what's created some like distrust for me when it comes to doctors, because I've had doctors like over medicate me, then I've also had doctors like under medicate me.
Yeah.
Doctors being like, oh, well, this is like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then doctors being like, wow, hydrocodone. Yeah. And I'm just like, whoa, hold on.
Pump your brakes.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm so drowsy that I can't go to class. Yeah, exactly. So also on the topic of that though, right, like being in the doctor's office, it's a very, very like daunting task. Sure. It's also a crucial, integral part of adulting is going to the doctor's office by yourself, scheduling your appointments, going to the doctor's office by yourself. But one thing that I struggle with, right, is like, not fear, but like this sense of anxiety when it comes to knowing exactly what's going on. Like when you're just like chilling and like navigating the world and you're just like vibes, right? Like whatever. Oh, maybe my head hurts. Maybe my stomach hurts, like whatever the case is, but I don't know what's going on. I'm literally just a girl, right? Like I'm just a girl. That's all that you
Come on, Gwen.
Like, what is it about like the anxiety that comes with going to the doctor's office, right? Like I feel like some of it comes with entering adulthood and being like, wow, I need to like take agency over my body. But also like what's some of the anxiety that you experience with going to the doctor? You know, some of it is coin related too. Hello?
I gotta say, that's probably my biggest thing. I don't have anxiety about, I think that I am naturally a hypochondriac. So like tying in what we were talking about earlier, I'm going to be, the minute I feel a hair of a symptom, I'm Googling.
Hello.
I'm TikToking.
Hello.
What's the symptoms to stomach cancer? Because I think that's
I have
what
it.
I feel that.
I might have
Mind
it.
you, it's gas.
Literally,
So,
I just have to poot. I literally just have to
lay on
boo
your
boo.
left side and calm down. Like, calm down. Calm down. So I'm quick to be like, I should probably go to the doctor. Now, the issue is my anxiety. I guess there is anxiety there, but I think it lies in the, is it going to be worth me going if they're just going to tell me to eat saltines?
That's so real. And have some
ginger ale. Or is it like, or do I have enough trust in my physicians that they're going to hear me, listen to me, take my, because the thing is, like, I have been in this body my whole life.
Literally, I know her real well. We real good girlfriends.
So when she starts tweaking,
I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Wow. I think my pH balance is at a 7 point. Like, I know exactly. And so it's hard for me, like, and I think my anxiety comes from, like, I'm going to expel all this information to my physician and they're going to sit there and be like, you're fine. Yeah. And I'm going to pay the copay and I pay my insurance. So that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for what? Or like they're going to fake honor it and be like, well, I can refer you to so-and-so. And then I go to so-and-so and I get the same, like, you're so healthy.
Yeah, you're great. You're Gucci. You're Gucci 1000.
My hair is falling out of my head.
Literally, I'm crying myself to sleep at night. I'm not Gucci.
Fix me.
I'm literally the opposite of Gucci.
I'm
Payless.
Oh!
That's so real. I literally, like, that's how I found out. Fun fact, I have like a fibroids that form in my uterus.
Wow.
And the way I found out was because I went to the emergency room me and emergency rooms. Hello, stop.
Together.
My mom is a nurse, so she's like, if you're not straight, go get that. Hello.
I've never been to the emergency room a day in my life.
That's so crazy. No, and you will not be. Hello. And you will not be. Hello.
Speak on me. Because I'm not doing that.
It's ridiculous. The emergency rooms has also got more hectic because of like the pandemic as well. Yeah. So, excuse me. But yeah, I went to the emergency room for something completely unrelated. They were like, are you in any pain? And I was like, I'm having cramps, but aside from that, I'm good. They were like, well, there was no blood in your urine. Why are you having cramps? And I was like, doesn't everybody cramp all the time? And they were like, no. Let's do an ultrasound. And I had like fibroids, right? But I was normalizing this pain inside of my body. So that's very real. But also, on the flip side, and you're gonna judge me for this, but please don't judge me for this.
Okay.
I got my first PEP a few years ago.
Pepiana.
My first Pepiana. It was pet ready. It was pet ready. You didn't even ask me pet ready.
No.
Yes.
Because that is neither here nor there.
It's pep ready. And so I went and got a PEP and they were like, oh, we see abnormal like cell growth like near your cervix. And I was like, click.
You were like, what?
I was like,
and the click is you what?
Hang up
on
the phone
that of the physician
doctor, yes.
who just told you
click
that you had
click
Naira.
click
Naira.
click
Naira Nova for
click,
real.
click. I literally was like, oh, for sure, right? Thank you so much. And they were calling me, and I was like, stop calling this number. Who is this? Simply because I had like anxiety about like, what does that even mean, right?
Wow.
Like not having like an understanding of like, granted, right? Like I'm pretty sure like it would have been benign, and it had to have been benign because I'm straight, I'm Gucci, I'm not Payless. But like, also there's a chance that like that's not the case, right? So I think like a lot of folks have anxiety about a diagnosis, right? Like understanding what's going on.
Yes.
There's, you know, ignorance is bliss, right?
Sometimes
a lot of people want to know what's going on, but like there's also some of us who like
don't care,
don't want to know.
Well, don't want to know.
Don't want to know because once you know, then you have to deal with it, and that does not give.
That's adulting.
That is literally adulting. That's literally adulting.
Wow.
So tell me about like, speaking of which, right? We touched on TikTok misinforming us or telling us that we're literally gonna pass away in our sleep. God forbid.
Pass away.
I rebuke it. Return to sender. What are some things that you have seen on like social media that have misled you, right?
It's easier to recount the times that I've been led to the right, to the the well.
Go ahead.
No, but I think a lot of what my TikTok is pretty curated. You know, you like what you
like. It's for you. For you page.
FYP.
FYP.
Me.
Yes.
For Aaron is what it should say. So I get a lot of like, I get the goofy. I get the use this sound and money will come to
literally.
You. And I'm like, I'm never doing that. Now that one I don't get because I've never liked it. I've always
that's me. That's me.
But it's still there.
Yeah.
I also get a lot of health and fitness, wellness girlies. Some professionals, some influencer. And there's so much for me, like now I think while our phones be listening and the algorithm is really listening.
Hello, cover the microphone.
Like stop it, because I'm going to say a lot of things right now and I don't need it popping up on my
For You page.
Ever. Ever. Mind you, it's going to be like cancer.
Hello, you are
fibroid. It's like, whoa, please. Getting a lot of, that's what I was saying. Fitness is like something that I'm falling into. Recently, I just started moving my body like it was designed to be moved and not sitting at my computer all day without getting up. And I'm getting like, HIIT cardio versus steady state and Pilates versus strength training and all these things. And everyone has scientific evidence on why their thing is the way you should go. And that is so crazy to me because as a anxiety girly, I'm like, so what do I do?
Literally.
And if I do the thing, is it going to be the wrong thing? And am I going to end up looking like
what's going to happen?
Squidward?
Yeah.
Because I chose intermittent fasting over 5 to 6 meals a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like it's going to get real for me. I don't want to look like Squidward Woodward. I want to look like Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm not about to play with you.
So I need correct information. How do I know who to listen to?
Yeah.
Who, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm thinking, like,
no offense to Squidward.
No, but he does have 8 phalanges. And I don't. I have 4. I don't want to look like that. And yeah, shout out to Squidward though. He was.
There are real tears falling from my eyes.
He is. Squidward is great.
He is, but like, I don't want.
Actually, I'm gonna recant that statement. We're not body shaming here. But
we're not body shaming creatures with 8 phalanges.
We're not body shaming creatures with 8 phalanges. Also, I am a human and that is an octopus. So like, it's not really body shaming. It's species shaming.
Anyway. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Anyway, what I'm trying to communicate here is that it is very overwhelming. It's extremely overwhelming. And I know like fitness and nutrition is like just a small aspect of wellness. But sometimes I'm like, if I'm trying to like, so recently I had to pry it out of my doctor that I had insulin resistance. I'm
still crying.
Which is crazy because not just tears.
I'm still crying. Go ahead.
Which is crazy because you should give me that information. I shouldn't have to ask 1,000 questions and you're finally like, oh yeah, you are pre-diabetic.
No, yeah.
You were going to wait till I had full-blown diabetes. That's crazy.
Tell me that. That's crazy.
So I've been experiencing all these symptoms and I'm Googling and I'm TikToking and yada, yada, yada. And everyone has a different opinion. And I'm like, for me, it feels like not life or death, but like any misinformation could further me along the trek to diabetes. But I want to be moving in the right direction. So it's like, yeah, it's just a lot to sift through. Yeah. And that sucks that I have to even do that and I can't just trust in my
healthcare
providers.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you should tell me.
No, that's so real. I had a doctor tell me recently, like, I don't know, which is the craziest thing to tell me. You've been in school for 11 years. What do you mean you don't know?
You don't know?
You don't know. I was talking about like a pain that I was having in my body that I've been having like reoccurring for the past like few years. And he was like, I don't know. You don't say. You don't know. How do you not know?
Like, so give me my copay
money back,
please.
And I'm gonna go home. And WebMD is like, you're gonna die. Yeah.
And here we are.
No, that's so real. That's very real. So, is there been like time, or has there been times where you have like been able to trust healthcare professionals? Like, has there ever been a time where someone advocated for you or had your back, or like not at all?
Before I switched healthcare, I had an incredible primary care physician who was like, I would sit with him at every appointment and he would ask me, like, he would take a grand look at everything. He'd be like, okay, so tell me, Erin, what's new? What's going on? I'd be like, well,
thanks you for asking.
I did start a new job, and
and all those things affected.
So I would tell him my symptoms. He'd be like, okay, so interesting. I do know that you started that new job, so maybe that could be adding to some of that stress. And our bodies our stomach, our digestive system does weird things when we're stressed. Like very informative, and felt like he cared about my overall well-being. Including my mental, my emotional, my spiritual, and physical health, which was very important to me because I, like you were saying, like I just feel like all of that is connected. It is all important to know, like our bodies keep the score.
That's so true.
Shout out to that book.
Our bodies do keep the score.
For sure. So I think that was and really sad that I don't have him anymore. Because now I'm struggling to find
a doctor like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But what about you?
Yeah, that's so real. That was how it was for. Shout out to Karen Bernstein. I'm gonna shout her out by name first and last name.
I love
my primary healthcare physician, who was my primary doctor when I was a shorty, right? Like when I first came into high school, very transitional period in my life, right? And so like your body is doing all type of weird, freaky stuff. Like what are you even doing? Do you even know what you're doing? No, your body's just literally going like this over and over again. Your cells, every last thing is going like this, doing this, percolating. And so like during that transitional period, right, I had a healthcare provider that was super focused on like making sure that I got the care that I needed. And also just like really dedicated to understanding me as a person. Even though she had tons of patients, she like connected with me personally, which is like, I'm not expecting this of every doctor, right? You have a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's nice.
Yeah, but shout out to Karen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Karen Bernstein. The only Karen I rock with. Hello.
I love that.
Hello. And so I like went away to school at some point. She was my primary doctor from like my freshman or sophomore year of high school all the way until like aged out of peds, right? Wow. So I was still in peds when I was like 21, 22 years old. Pediatrics.
Okay.
Yeah, so you age out when you're like 22. Or something like, yeah. So I was literally going to see my doctor and there was like Mickey Mouse poster on the wall, like literally.
They're talking about you want a sucker?
Yeah, and I was getting my sucker and I was eating it. Hello, stop. I was having my snack on the way home.
Girls,
literally. And I was loving it. If you're going to draw my blood, I needed Powerpuff Girls Band-Aid.
I like that.
Yeah, it was therapeutic. It was healing. And so, I went away to school, and so I was seeing a different doctor when I was like away at school, and I would come back to see her right when I was on break or when I moved back.
For sure.
And I had a doctor like once again like prescribe me incorrectly, overprescribe me, right, like over medicate me, and she was just not having it. And there were so many situations where like I was led astray by other healthcare professionals, and she was like my like North Star, right? And that was like really, 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 really helpful. And I just think that like, you know, and also she did my first PAP, hello, and that was like me aging out. That was like our last appointment, right? And
she said, now you're free.
And now you're free. Go forth. Go forth. Hello, fly.
That's precious.
But I just like, you know, there were situations where like insurance was not on my side. Where insurance was like, you don't need that, die. Like, and my healthcare provider was like, nah. Definitely. So it's always like helpful to have someone in your corner. In my adulthood, my primary healthcare physician is like really kind, but there are other specialists that I interact with that are maybe not so connected to me. I think that like, obviously like your access to healthcare that is comprehensive should not be contingent upon like your personal relationship with your healthcare provider, but sometimes it is, right? Like they, you know, give a F about you more if like, you know what I'm saying, they care about you generally speaking. So there's always that.
Yeah. That's extremely challenging. Yeah. Because what do I do if I don't vibe with my...
You just not gonna care about me?
You want me to die?
Die? That's crazy.
Like that literally is heinous.
Yeah.
We not friends, so you said...
Bye.
Disease
delete.
Wow.
I don't care.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in, especially as a Black woman. It's like, I already, you know, the cards is not stacked in my favor. So I'm just like, I definitely just have one. But that's why, you know, I had a doctor change my height from 5'1" to 5'0.995. And I was like, you're vindictive. I'm going to go see it.
Not you cut him off because you said
I got him off.
I need that.
Why is you making me shorter? You're too vindictive. I gotta move on.
I think that maybe he was trying to be specific.
You had to backspace in order to put that in the chart. You had to backspace. So yeah, I'm not rocking with that. Speaking of which, this is so completely random, but I just want to ask you, because your hair is popping.
Wow.
People who are listening only sonically, audio wise, they won't know, but just feeling in the spirit, her hair is is it a wash and go?
It is a wash and go.
It's a wash and go. She washed it, she goed. She washed it, she go.
It's more like a wash, and like it takes 10,000 hours to dry.
And then go.
And then I can leave.
Yeah.
Or I can leave
with it not dry.
Looking like a Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, I do.
I rock with the Cocker Spaniels though.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of my favorite breeds.
That was my first dog.
Really? Brr.
He died at 4 years old. He was 4. He lived 4 long years.
4 long.
Yeah, he was epileptic.
I'm not. I'm not about to play with you.
He was epileptic, and then he had a mass in his stomach.
What was his name?
Don't buy your dogs from Puppy Mills.
Please do not. Puppy Mills.
His name was Wrigley, because my parents are Cubs fans.
I'm literally wearing a Sox jersey right now. I'm wearing a Sox shirt right now.
Yeah.
And I have no comment. Shout out to Wrigley, R.I.P. I wish your name was different.
Yeah, I do too.
Thank you.
I wish it was cellular.
Field. I wish it was... What is it, Comiskey?
Is that what it's called?
The old one.
Okay.
I wish it was Comiskey Park.
Yeah.
Shout out to Comiskey Park. Honorary name. Beautiful. I wanted to ask you, for the natural hair girlies out there, or just anybody, If you have a perm, shout out to it, like if you're bald, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think protective styles are really protective?
Right.
No, I'm really asking you.
No, but right. Because why am I about to get braided up?
Oh.
But the crazy thing is...
Tell me more.
The crazy thing is I've recently... Now, it doesn't look like it because of what my hair looks like, but my hair is thinning.
Can't tell.
My edges...
Cannot tell.
Edges are not here.
They're not here.
My edges are back here.
Oh.
I look like George Jefferson.
Crazy.
Underneath these bangs.
Shout out to George Jefferson, though.
Shout out to him. Love him.
Yeah.
Moving on up. My hairline is moving on up.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is that?
Why is that? I would like to know. Here's what it is. For the first time in my life ever, as a grown black woman at 28 or 29.
Not you counting on your fingers or your toes.
I think I was 29. I got braids for the first time in my life.
That's
Bust
crazy.
down middle part.
Hello? Were they knotless?
Knotless.
That you need the knot. The knot is what keeps you from going bald.
I painfully will have to disagree. The knot keeps me from going bald?
Yeah, because I always had a knot and I'm a little bald.
I'm going to tell you right now that when I look at the knot, it's giving snatched. The knot be looking like it's gink. Huh? It's taking everything, every follicle you got.
And it's squaring up because they need every last one.
So I'm going to stick with knotless.
Okay, for sure. Go ahead.
Go off. Got the knotless braids.
I have locks now, so I don't have to worry about braids. Go ahead.
No, you don't. But you could. Hallie, Chloe
Hello?
be doing
No,
it.
she do. Wish I could be part of your world.
I wish I could. Now, got them for the first time. I was doing a lot. Okay?
I'm always crying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was doing a lot. I was doing things with my edges I never did before. Baby hairs was grown hairs. I said swivel, swivel, swerve, swerve.
Swoop. Don't forget the swoop.
Take a left turn, take a right turn. Swoop. And then you got to get the sideburn.
And then you got to do like.
That's what I was doing every gosh dang day. My toothbrush was tired.
That's crazy.
And so were my edges, because when I took them things out and I tried to put my edges back with the rest of my hair.
They wasn't going. They didn't know. They said, what is that? Can't relate.
We've never seen them
Sorry
before.
to that man.
Yeah. Who is them?
Who is that man? Sorry to that man.
Huh?
So the first time you what you mean? So if I'm getting it correct.
Yes.
And forever.
That's why.
You literally got braids for the first time.
First time. One time.
And it snatched your edges. For dear life. So I don't think that counts as protective. I don't think you were protective.
It's not protective. Also, my ends were, when I say nuts, I could see through my ends.
That's crazy.
What was it being protected from?
They were being so transparent and open and honest.
There's a light that shines.
Literally the light. Don't go towards the light. It's shining through literally my ends.
So I was like, okay, so it's not a protective style. It's a cute style.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Adorable.
But our hair needs
more
attention.
I want more for our hair.
Like not being seen or like tucked away for a month. Think about when you don't see the sunshine.
That's so real. I'm so gray and vitamin D deficient.
Yeah.
Take your vitamins. Hello.
Take your vitamins. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I was getting, what did you call it? Traction alopecia.
Oh yeah.
I want y'all to
traction alopecia.
Because I told Naira this.
Yes.
I told Naira this, and I'm gonna tell y'all what she did to me.
I'm sorry.
When I told her this
Changed her
story,
life.
I was wearing a baseball cap,
and I was like, "Why are you wearing that?"
She was like, "And I hate to tell you,
but traction alopecia
is caused by
wearing hats."
And she
scarves.
looked me dead in my. She looked me dead
I
in
said,
the brim
"Do you
of
wear
my
scarves
hat."
a lot?" I'm sorry. Do you wear hats a lot?
And I said,
Only when I'm working out.
Only when I'm working out. She looked at me and was like,
traction alopecia, which is something that a lot of Black folks don't know about. Like something that's so daunting about like losing any type of hair, right? Like is that like if you continue to wear scarves, do-rags, hats, it just makes it worse. It's called traction alopecia, like the chafing.
Please.
Like make sure. And so that's why the bust down middle part, I love so much. The bust down middle part, 360 HD transparent lace. Hello. Yeah. I love it. Also, the edges,
gone.
They're gone. They're in Tulum. They're on vacation. They're never coming back.
When
they're
you went to Tulum with your protector style, your edges
stay there. They took a full residency in Tulum. You know what I'm saying?
They're still there.
They're still there to this day. They have a timeshare in Tulum. You know what I'm saying? And so like, I always try to, preach this, word to people is that like the edges are like they're fragile, right? The perimeter of our hair is fragile. And so we're wearing these protective styles, the tension, the glue, all of that type of stuff. Enemy of progress. Enemy of progress. Enemy of progress. Literally. I locked my hair because I give into societal pressure. TikTok was like, I don't care. I never said it was perfect.
Don't we all?
Yes. I literally went on TikTok and was complaining about my hair, and people in my comments were like, you should lock your hair. You should lock your hair. They're like, it's going to be so much easier. Lies. The lies that people tell on the internet.
Yeah.
The way I be palm rolling. But there's also this pressure to like swoop doop like my edges with the locks. And I have to really like engage with like my lyrical, spiritual miracle side and be like, nah, the edges are just going to be nappy because I'm literally trying to protect. I want to unball head myself.
Also, because why not?
Exactly.
If that's how they want it to come out. I didn't come out the womb with shellacked edges.
Exactly.
Lacquered baby hairs.
Literally laid slooped.
Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing this to ourselves, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the locks.
Yeah, thank you.
Way to go, girl. Way to go.
It's locking. Thank you.
Yeah, you're better than me because I couldn't.
No, for real, thank you.
Why would I hand roll? Why would I do that? That sounds so tedious.
It's actually, somebody gave me the advice that I should like retwist one twist a night. So real, babe, you don't have ADHD. You're not doing diverse because you want me to remember. The fact that you actually are asking me to commit something to memory is insane.
How many locks do you have? Guessing.
I actually counted. I think I have about 100.
So by the time you finish, you would have to start again.
100 days.
I'm going to be rolling for my life.
Literally. So that means I'm retwisting my hair 3 times. They don't give good advice on the internet. The internet is not where the professionals are at.
Ding, ding, back to that.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. Excuse me. Let me get into the real nitty gritty. Hold on. Do you feel like there has been like space for you to be able to ask questions? Because I feel like when I'm confused and I ask people questions, especially about like my health and wellness, one, it's very personal, but two, I feel kind of dumb. Like I'm just like about the like, about the like whatever, the cramps or the pap smear or whatever the case is. Like when I ask people questions about certain stuff, I'm just like, first of all, I have to let you know that I don't know, which is you already in my business.
Right.
But like, there's also like a certain shame that's ascribed to not knowing, even though a lot of people don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
So who are you asking?
I'm asking you. Like,
no, who do you be asking?
Who do I be asking? Well, granted, hello, microphone. Let me keep it straight. Hello. I be asking my mom because she's a healthcare professional and she's a good source to go to. But when I ask like my friends or whatever the case is, or I've had friends ask me questions, right? And I've been like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope I'm not the first person you're talking to about this with, right? So do you feel like you have adequate space to discuss like what it is that you're experiencing, just like healthcare wise, or like just with your like self, right? Do you feel like, even with your migraines, right? Like we talked about some stuff and I shared some stuff with you when it comes to like having headaches. Like, do you feel like you have people to bounce ideas off of, or what's the case? Yeah.
So my first thought, I don't be asking questions. I don't. And not in like okay, there's two sides of this. There is a part, my friends that are watching know. I just randomly, which is how we met, just randomly be spitting unsolicited health information.
Well, that's so real. That's me.
Did you know that biotin
is
crack? Like, I can't say that. I'm not going to say that.
Did you know biotin
makes your hair grow everywhere.
Everywhere, all of it. Even where you don't want it to grow.
Belly hair? Biotin.
Armpit hair.
Huh. Did you know that IBS is triggered by broccoli? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying random things. Now, I am not a healthcare professional. So that may be 100% wrong.
False. Wrong.
But you get the drift. So I am rarely like, hey, you guys, I am experiencing the worst side pain I've ever experienced in my life. What do you think? Because I don't know why. I guess I assume that they don't know like I don't know. But also if I've thought it, I've already Googled it and WebMD'd it. So I'm like pretty sure the wheelhouse that I'm working in. But there are times where I like will go to like a sage in my life who I know knows natural remedies and, you know, just be like, hey, I've been experiencing yada, yada, yada. Like, what do you think about that? But that is very rare.
Yeah.
I'm
Googling. I'm do. Yeah. And I'm getting sent off and I'm getting told I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so real.
And I would rather.
So how do you, like, when you look up what it is that are your, like, symptoms? I'm interviewing you. Hello? But I just want to know. I really want to know, genuinely. Like, how do you advocate for yourself? Like, when you're knowing that something is happening for you, right? Like your doctor telling you, you just need more sleep, yada, 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 woo up the bam. Like, how do you advocate for yourself? Because I think that, like, for me, I've literally had to, like, and granted, some of this knowledge comes with having a close family members, multiple close family members that are healthcare professionals.
For sure. That
have, like, if I present my symptoms to them, they'll know, like, or have an idea. My mom works in labor and delivery. Sometimes she's like, girl, I don't know what's going on. I deliver babies.
That part.
I'm delivering babies. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have no clue about your back pain, but like having people in my life that have a general understanding of like my body and my wellness, right, has equipped me to advocate for myself. How do you like advocate for yourself when you have people send you off?
That's a great question. How do you do it?
Well, one, I try not to walk in the room being like, my mother is a nurse, or even like if my mom, like when I was a shorty, when my mom would come with me to the ER, she wouldn't be like, I'm a nurse, blah, blah. She would just let people do their stuff.
Okay.
And then if she felt like something was going wrong, she would be like,
step up.
Yeah. But the other thing is that like, I really like lean into whatever pain I'm feeling because I know I have, and this is not the case for everyone. Shout out to my tender-headed girlies. Shout out to my soft girlies. But like, I have a high threshold for pain. And so if I am in pain, something is wrong.
Terribly.
Like if I am in pain and I'm acknowledging it, something is amiss.
So that's already your
exactly.
red flag.
And so like right now I'm dealing with an issue with my hips and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I've had my throat cut with no anesthesia, like emergency surgery. And like, yes, no anesthesia on a whim in the emergency room, in a chair, not even in a room. If I'm telling you that something hurts, I am in pain. So that's like my like realm of like advocating for myself is like trusting my pain.
Okay.
And that's like true for even people who have like
That's
low
really
pain
cool.
thresholds, right? Like trusting like the pain that you're feeling and being like, wow, I am not called to this life to constantly be in pain. So if I am constantly in pain, something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Called to this life where I'm constantly in pain.
Yes, I am not called to this life to constantly be in pain. That is not normal.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think that I'm just a 23-year-old, 30-year-old teenage girlie.
Yeah, literally.
Who has no clue what's going on at any time. Call my mom.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mommy, help me. I don't know, will I ever grow out of that? Like, dang, please. You're talking to the wrong
person.
Teenager.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I literally
know what's going
on. Who's letting me pay this bill?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be here.
You're sending me a bill? You're crazy.
So like advocating for myself, sometimes in the doctor's office, they'll ask me a question and I'll proverbially turn to my mom, like, you gotta ask her.
You're talking about you. What are you talking about?
Because
when was my last period? Who knows?
I said, let me.
Who knows? Never seen
go
them
on my app. Because
who is that? You're crazy.
What?
Stop asking me questions.
Right.
I'm literally just a girl.
And honestly, like, I talk through whatever's going on with me with my mom. Like, you know, your mom call, hey, what's going on? How you doing?
My back ache. My bra too tight.
My
from left to right.
And it should be right to left. Like,
and my hands are up high. Oh. And my feet are down low. And...
oh my goodness. And so yeah, she knows that.
Yeah.
And so she'll be like, okay, when you I would suggest making an appointment, which is crazy because why she gotta tell me I would suggest making an appointment? Erin,
make an appointment.
Make the appointment. You're in pain, make the appointment. And she's like, and when you get there, this is what you need to tell them. Got it. Mm-hmm. Got it. Because I think sometimes I invalidate my pain or like I'm invalidating, so it can't be that bad, like whatever. But to have somebody be like, no, it is that bad, and here's how you step up and say, I think I need coaching into advocating for myself as far as my health goes, because it feels so intimidating. Because you're easily gaslighted in that world. Mm-hmm. No, you're fine. Yeah. No, you're not.
You're all right.
I had a doctor look at me and be like, it doesn't look that bad. Like, it's not noticeable. That's not what I'm here for. Yeah. It shouldn't be there at all. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's not that noticeable. Make it go away.
Yeah. That's so real. We're not going to always be like perfect, but we definitely should be okay.
Optimal.
Like
I should be
at
optimal.
Least. Yeah. Because there's like, there's a general understanding or like even just like a general like autonomy over our health and our wellness that we should have where we're like, okay, like I should be able to like go through life. Like, you know, sometimes it's a little like ooch or ouch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, normal.
Yeah, but I should not always be like, like the world is like against me. So speaking of which, this also like really reminds me of like, you know, the ways that we choose to care for ourselves and the remedies that we choose, right? And that really, really, really leads me to the name of this podcast, which is...
Get into it.
Is ginger ale enough? And is it? Like, really, is it? I feel like when I was a shorty, you know, my parents are... Once again, I said, like, you know, there's that duality of, like, my mom being a healthcare professional, a lot of my family members being healthcare professionals, but also my family is from the village, right? You know what I'm saying? And so they also are really tapped into, like, using natural remedies and the things that are around them in order to heal themselves, which are very, like, helpful and things like that, right? But, like, sometimes... it's not enough, right? Yeah, you might have to go to the doctor. You might. So, like, talk to me about some of that, right? Like, Black folks, right, using natural remedies, obviously what is accessible to them in order to heal themselves, right? And what that, like, has subliminally taught us in our minds to continue to endure when it comes to our health. Even if we don't have the resources in order to heal ourselves, we're just going to keep making do, keep enduring. Like, is ginger ale enough?
Is ginger ale enough? Yeah. I feel like we all have, every culture has those wives' tales. And we, I don't know where it originated, but why do we always be like, go lay down
and have some
ginger ale
and eat some
saltines?
Yeah.
Huh? I just told you my toenail is bleeding.
Literally falling off.
Go lay down.
And
drink some ginger ale.
And eat some saltines.
And even worse one is, and leave me alone.
Yeah, and literally leave me alone because I'm dealing with my own stuff that you have no clue about.
Girl. Yeah, so I don't know where that came from, but it is I think it's like, for me personally, I've learned to understand it as a way to make minuscule how we experience pain. Like, if I was ever first gaslighted in my entire life, it probably was that. Yeah. Because I really do feel crazy or I don't feel well. And I think that they thought it was like, our parents thought it was like, oh, psychological. Oh, she'll be all right. But then there's also like we talked about this. Ginger ale, as we know it today, not to, name drop.
Exactly. But
the brands we're talking about.
It's not really that much ginger.
It's not that much ginger.
It's not giving ginger. It's giving ale.
It's giving
ailments.
ale.
It's giving the ailments. It's not cured.
Not cured. It's giving pop.
Hello. It's giving soda, juicy juice.
Carbonated beverage.
Poppy pot soda. Yeah.
Where the ginger at?
Exactly.
Because ginger, incredible. Anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
We love ginger.
Yeah.
Your stomach hurt, you should have ginger. Ginger
literally.
tea.
Yeah. Ginger.
Fresh grated ginger.
Exactly. You can eat it fresh. You can have it in a curry. I like to throw ginger in my curry.
Period.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Ginger ale, cooked.
Canada Dry,
cooked.
Seagram's,
cooked.
What's some other ones?
I don't know, but the ginger beer be busting.
Ginger beer?
Reeds? I had some earlier. I had some earlier.
Oh my gosh. That ginger hits the...
But it's like our parents knew that ginger, like they had some type of idea that ginger was anti-inflammatory, and so it's like now this is this cure-all, right?
Right.
And this is the way that it's accessible to us through this pop. And so I guess I wonder
accessibility.
Wait, did you finish your thought before I started on this?
I think so.
Okay, beautiful. I believe in you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, oh well.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, literally. So I want to ask you, like, what are some, or I guess I'm like imploring us to think about, like, what are some of our like ginger ale equivalents, right? Like what are some like remedies that we like self-prescribe ourselves in our life that maybe were once upon a time effective but are no longer effective like right now?
What's ginger ale?
What's my ginger ale? What is my ginger ale? Because I might tap into this because my ginger ale might be taking a nap.
Okay.
I felt like a nap could cure anything when in reality, if I am anxious about being behind on tasks and I take a nap, guess what I am? More behind. Yeah.
Every time.
I'm more behind.
But guess what I'm going to do?
Take me a nap.
Every time. Every time.
Every single last time. That and a little nightcap. A little Shadiana. A little Kiki Palmer.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
Put you right to sleep.
Not for the whole night though, because I'm definitely going to wake up out my sleep.
Oh, you be waking up out your sleep?
Yeah, I do.
Come on, sleep hygiene. We gonna get there. It's okay.
What's your ginger ale?
My ginger ale, naps.
Yeah.
All don't matter. Anytime, any place.
Hello.
I will take a nap.
Yeah.
I love
on a bus, on a train, on a plane, on a boat with a goat.
Oh, Dr. Seuss.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm a nap girl. Also, I am a foodie. Specifically hot fries.
Most importantly,
which
hot
is
fries.
Most importantly, which is crazy because they actually make me feel like crap. I'm not feeling well, but I want to soothe myself. So I'm gonna take this. No, it's in this order. I'm gonna eat my hot fries. I'm gonna turn on the same episode of Insecure that I watch every single day. Season 4, episode 8, Low-Key Happy. And I'm going to recite it. I'm going to
word for word verbatim.
I'm actually also going to tell you the camera movements.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you when the light go down.
The blocking.
I'm going to be eating my hot fries, sometimes with chopsticks. So I don't get my fingers.
Hands dirty. Hello, that's me. Stop. Get on my brain.
That. Then I'm going to take a nap. Then I'm going to wake up. And I'm going to pretend like I feel so much better. And then in 30 minutes, everything I was feeling before, doof, is going to hit me.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to contemplate, should I take another nap? But now it's 11 p.m., so we're taking a sleep.
It's not a nap when it's past a certain time.
We're taking a sleep.
It's like you're taking a rock-a-bye, baby.
And we're going to try again in the morning. And if your head is still pounding, you'll drink more water.
Yeah.
You'll burn an incense. You'll do some deep breathing.
That's giving Ashe.
And may the Lord be with you.
Hello.
But
and
you're
also
not going to make an appointment.
Literally. Not with a therapist. Definitely not with a therapist.
Not with a therapist.
Definitely not with a therapist.
You're going to thug it out.
I feel that same way. I like fall into my habits when I'm like feeling sad or feeling like my body's not on my side. I literally will always just be like, well, there's always a bag of hot fries. There's always
always
a shot. There's always whatever the case is, right? But I think that like going through therapy has also like taught me so much about myself that has like informed my relationships. Yeah. And with that knowledge, I should be equipped to continue to navigate the world in that way. But sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. And I think that's why, like, I'm really grateful that we're doing this podcast because we're on this journey together with whoever's listening.
Yes.
Is that, like, we're not the experts, right?
No.
Once again, like we said in the beginning, like, we're bringing experts on here with us to talk about wellness and health and whatever it is that you might be talking about in your conversations with your besties, with your girlfriends, whatever the case is, right? Because we're in this together. We're understanding together.
We're just teenage girlies.
We're literally just 47-year-old teenage girls.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Neither of us are 47, but you understand.
Close enough.
Yes. And yeah. Awesome. I'm really happy. You know, we're super excited.
Wow. Yes. This is going to be really cool.
What's one thing that we want people to remember? We want them to remember to take your vitamins. Understand. And what's the reason why? Because ginger ale
is not
enough.
It's not enough. We're going to do better.
Yes, we're going to do better.
One sip of ginger ale at a time.
One sip of ginger ale and one shot of D3 at a time.
One vitamin at a time.
One vitamin at a time. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Once again, this is Ginger Ale Enough, brought to you by Black Girl Vitamins.
Get your vitamins.
Yes, I'm your host, Naira, and this is my bestie,
Erin.
And we're out.
Period.
Peace.
Thank you guys.